if I get hurt, it's worth it for the show. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Podcast Untitled. I'm your host Dom, and I'm joined by my co-host Austin. How are you doing today, buddy?
Let's go.
That's not an answer to what I asked. Here's the thing. I'm not redoing it. I don't care. So we were going to... Welcome back. Podcast Untitled. About, 15 seconds in.
Short intermission.
It is.
They needed a break already.
So, buddy, this is our second recording session for our new format, our new video. Peeling back the curtain a little bit, we recorded last 2 weeks ago. And today, the day we're recording, is the same day that our first episode went up from last week, or 2 weeks ago, I should say. Yeah. So tonight is also Monday Night Football.
It is.
For week 1 of the NFL. And you and I are predicting every game this season, right?
We are predicting every game.
We picked tonight's game the same. So, exiting week 1 currently, I'm going to be up 2 games on you. And we agreed that we wanted to do a punishment for whoever has the worst record at the end of the year. So I thought now would be a good time to discuss. You have any ideas? What do you want to do for that? So we're going to do it on this podcast. One of us is going to get punished, something we do often for no reason. This time there'll be an actual reason and evidence of it.
Is there really a reason? No, we're just doing it for fun still.
It's entertainment.
It is entertainment. We are definitely doing the entertaining.
So many people are going to see this, Austin.
My friends and family will see me throw up again.
Again?
Probably.
How many times? How many times can that happen?
How many times can we let this happen? These are the real questions that need to be asked.
But Jay, do you have any preferences or ideas for what you want to do?
I have no preference. I like things that are hurtful.
I mean, yeah.
I want to be tasered. I've never been tasered. I would prefer not to be pepper sprayed because for some reason tasering sounds worse. I mean, it sounds better.
Sounds better.
But I guess pepper spray would make pepper spray a better option. Oh, stop that!
What is happening? Is he licking your Coke can?
He was looking at the top of it.
That's so gross. That's what that noise was.
I was like, what is he doing? I kept looking down.
I hope the mic picked up that noise because that is not the noise. That's not what I thought was happening at all over there. I thought he was like playing with a toy. Why does it make that noise when he licks the Coke can?
I don't know. He's gonna be hyped up. He got sugar.
I was thinking more malic acid and salt shots.
Oh god.
I wasn't gonna go quite so.
So
I was thinking more something we could do at this table in this room.
Why can't I be tasered right here?
I just seems like an unideal location. I feel like a little more space is ideal.
I feel like this is great. Like I get tasered, I'll fall and like crack through your table.
I like how it's like you're defeated after 1 week. I like how you keep
it's over.
You keep saying it tense as if it's happening to you no matter what.
It is.
I was thinking we do malic acid or salt shots. Was my initial thought.
Yeah, for the record, salt is worse than malic acid. So
it is.
If we could do a mixture of both, or we could do the worst one, which is salt. I think a mixture.
I was thinking a mixture. Do a couple of them. I feel like anyone watching this probably is thinking that's not bad, because that's what we thought before we did it, which we didn't really have good reason. Which we didn't have good reason to do it the first time either, if I'm being honest. I don't fully even remember what we were doing. I think we were playing card games and the loser had to do punishments. Yeah, we were playing a card game called Coup. No, a salt shot is awful. I don't even know how to describe it. You don't want to... Your body doesn't want you to swallow it, and it hurts your teeth. I don't know how to explain it. It's really terrible. So I think that might be a good punishment. Or at least even a part of it if we do something like that. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's terrible. And if you don't believe it, try it yourself. Do a half shot, because you might choke on it. It's literally like the cinnamon sugar. Yeah. This is not me advocate. If you get hurt, I'm not liable.
I don't think that's how it works anyway. But yeah, I think I'd say by week 3, I'd like to at least have it 100% solidified what the punishment is going to be specifically.
Yeah. We'll probably go through our friends for some help, too. See if they have a good idea.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
And obviously, if anyone's watching and wants to comment it,
yeah,
we take suggestions.
yeah.
Just ideally something that doesn't get us arrested, because we're kind of grown-ups now, somewhat. I mean, I don't know if I'm a grown-up, but,
Legally in the sense that we would get in more trouble.
Yes.
Is, I guess, the way to put it.
I can't say, oh no, I'm 14.
No.
Don't hurt me.
No. We cannot do that. So, check that out, though, on ProjectUntitled.org. If you're interested in football, you can find the article for week 1. By the time you see this, honestly, you can probably find it through week 3, is how I think these are going up right now, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think next Monday, the episode coming out will be also from our last recording session. And then the Monday after that should be when you see this one. And on future ones, I'm not going to reference time frame, because this is probably going to be the last one that's 100% also put up in the order that we recorded it. After that, the order I put them up is going to be a little more random, probably. But a little peek behind the curtain there. You can probably find up to week 3 on the website now. And by the time this comes out, you actually might be able to find a lot more on there. At the time of recording, I don't know, I haven't really told you about this. The site's under a bit of construction, so there's not much you can find on there, because I'm kind of reworking it.
Yeah.
But hopefully when this comes out, there's going to be a lot of stuff you can read on there, and that's specifically if you're into football. So, last time we finished recording, I don't know if you remember, we started bringing up...
Genetically modified.
You started bringing up genetics and stuff, which I wanted to put a hold on, because you and I both have at least one fairly unique genetic deformity. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but thing about us. You are something called, what's a super taster? Do you want to tell them what that is for people that don't know? Because I didn't know what it was when you first told me about it.
So, I'm a super taster. Genetically, my dad and mom had a recessive gene that came together to be dominant inside me, because it just passed on to me, each of them. It was a love chance thing. But here I am. Not a disease. Nothing to worry about. It's just like, I just got a unlucky draw in that sense of the genetics. So I taste a certain chemical, which is often found in like coffee, green vegetables, tea, alcohol, like basically a lot of that stuff. I taste everything more bitter. And it's not like, oh, you taste a little bit more bitter. I taste a lot more bitter. When I was in high school, I took a genetics class, and this is how I figured it out. He gave us all little test strips that he ordered online to figure this out. And like everyone puts it in their mouth, everyone's like, that's fine. And I'm like, I put mine in my mouth, I'm like, I'm like spitting on the table, and he's like, we got one! And I was like, yeah, he got super excited. It's like, we didn't have one last year. You're super tasted. I'm like, great. And I'm like, I'm choking.
Thanks.
I was like, yeah, great. This is useless. Thank you. But yeah, so I taste things a lot more bitter. So like when we did the Taco Bell review, that's why I was like so grossed out by the black coffee. Like I literally can't get it down. I spit it out, which seems dramatic, but it's really how it is.
I spit out grilled cheese when we did Shake Shack, so I can't even say anything to you about it.
But yeah, it happens with like green vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. And then anyone that knows me is already going to know this, but if there's anyone that doesn't know me watching this, I, again, because of genetics, am missing knuckles in my hands. So, I don't know how well you can see it the way I'm doing it now, but there, do you see that? See how it's just straight boned there, as opposed to this one where there's that extra joint? That doesn't have that. I just have straight bone on those 3 fingers in both hands. And that's a genetics thing. That went from my dad to my dad's mother, and I'm sure farther than that. So it's crazy like what genetics can do. Because then that combined, I'm also colorblind. So like I got kind of fucked.
Yeah, you didn't do it.
They hit me with the double whammy. Welcome back. There's a dog. This is what it's come to.
Crazy. Are you double jointed anywhere?
No.
No?
I don't like it. I don't like seeing double jointed people. I'm sorry for double jointed, but I don't like it.
Yeah, fuck you.
Keep it to yourself. Because I don't want to see it. I don't like it.
I think we need to get the double jointed have a marker. They need to wear a pin or something so we can identify those fucks. Just kidding. I'm also one of those fucks.
I wonder. No!
My thumbs are fucked up. Like, because he was talking about like how he got a bad draw. Like I was literally gonna say the only thing that's I got different about me other than my super taster is that my thumb's go on a 90-degree angle on both. And then also my wrist is double jointed. I could touch I could touch my arm and I could combine it. Look at how powerful I am. No. I'm so powerful.
Please stop.
No one can beat me at Thumb Wars.
Oh my god, I hate it. Oh, you're awful. Also, leave it to the man of Jewish descent to start saying how we should start tagging people that have...
Classic.
I wonder where you could have gotten that idea from.
It's okay. It affects myself, so I'm allowed to say it. I'm a double jointed person.
No, I hate it though. I really don't like it. I don't like looking at it. I don't like that you have it, even though it has no effect on me. And I want it to go away.
I try to use it whenever possible. Oh my god. Fun story.
In theory, real quick before that. So, you're double jointed, right?
Yeah.
So why don't you just give me one of your joints?
No, I don't have knuckles. I don't have extra knuckles.
Yeah, but a joint, knuckle, what's the difference?
You right.
I could probably just use a joint as a knuckle.
It's true. But double jointed isn't like... I don't really...
No. 2 joints.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, I'll donate you one.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that, though.
I'm just gonna... I got a knife somewhere.
He's like, I don't want to see that. So I don't want to see that right now.
Ah! No! Not on camera. Hey, no. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool. Be cool.
I can't stare at him. He senses fear. And he doesn't fall victim to intimidation, so he can't win in a stare-off.
What were we talking? Oh, your joints. Hey, I really don't like it.
Oh.
I don't like what genetics that did to your body.
It didn't last for very long, but it was really funny when I was a kid. I tried to convince people that I broke my thumb, and it worked once on a t-shirt. I was like, I really didn't feel like being in school anymore, and I was like, well, this is great. This looks super broken. And like, Kid Me was like, this is gonna be great. Like, my mom would come pick me up and everything. Like, she wouldn't know that I had this. And the teacher's like, oh my god, your thumb is backwards. I'm like...
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Can you stop doing it?
Then my mom was like, he's just double jointed. And then my teacher was...
Oh, so you didn't even get out of school? You had to still stay... Oh, that's fucked up.
No, because my mom knew about it. So it was
What's your problem?
I'll think of that. My finger used to crack. You could hear it a little bit.
My joints crack a lot. I used to always get, in a somewhat similar note, I you can't go on the table. Okay. Guess who's back?
Back again. Shady's back. Oh
From
no,
technical difficulties.
We're gonna get DMCA.
Yeah, I mean, cause we're so good at that I'm sure it's gonna get picked up.
Oh yeah.
So, Marshall,
Eminem doesn't have anything
sorry.
bigger to look at right now, so.
No, I'm sure not. I'm sure this is what he's doing with his free time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what we were talking about. Well, the one. So yeah, you didn't get out of school for that.
No.
So
nope.
it was worthless.
My mom told the nurse and like I just do that and then I got in a little bit of trouble, and that was it.
That's worthless. I used to always get from people they would think that if they broke my finger, then it would that's what I would be. Well, can we just break it? Like, you ever break your leg? No, when you break your leg, do you get a fucking joint there?
Yeah,
no.
you could flick it really
well. I would get that a lot in, like, elementary school. I'm like, dude, I know we're, like, 7, but how stupid are you? I used to get that a lot.
Well, did you ever try? Have you broken a bone?
No, actually, I've never
broken a bone. So you never tried?
Have you?
I have.
Oh, you tripped on a big red rock, though.
I tripped at a big red rock.
Austin tripped over a large red rock when we went on what was that? Was that in the 8th grade field trip?
8th grade field trip.
We went to Frost Valley.
As far as I know, I don't keep up with my middle school lore, but as far as I know, I'm still the only person to ever break a bone on a field trip. It was great.
Well, I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. What was it? Which bone was it?
Collarbone.
Your arm. Oh, it wasn't even. It was your collarbone.
Yep.
I think it's kind of, but...
Left
I do
collarbone.
remember. Now that you say it, I do remember, which is crazy. Yeah, the big red rock was one of our friends.
Yeah, the big red rock was one of my friends. I was so scared of getting him in trouble because, like, I literally didn't even think my collarbone was broken. Yeah. I was just like, oh, he's gonna get in so much trouble. Like, he pushed me he didn't push me by accident. Like, we were running.
To hurt you.
Yeah, we were palling around, and I was like, I tripped on a rock. Like, it was this wide open field that I was referencing. There's no rock there. I don't know. I thought I was so sly. I was like, I tripped on the rock in the field. And they're like, what rock? I'm like, the one. the rock that's in the middle. Like, I tripped and I did, like, a somersault. And it's kind of true. I tripped and did a somersault after my friend pushed me. And then I landed, like, it's really funny. I almost, like, got disabled.
I like how you say that's really funny.
It's really funny.
It's hilarious how I almost
I was almost
disabled.
I was almost a paraplegic. Almost.
Yeah, I don't know why that's funny, but I'm glad you find humor.
I mean, I found it humorous because going back, I'm like, bro, like I landed like this because it's really like I literally did a flip and landed like this with my neck sideways. So I landed with my neck straight down, I would have broke my neck.
No, it's true.
So
and, yeah, our friend was wearing a red shirt, by the way. If you couldn't piece that together on your own, that's why it was the big red rock.
Yeah, so
that was the joke among everybody.
Yeah, we referenced the rock as the big red rock.
Yeah, almost being a paraplegic.
Shout out, Jack.
I thought you were gonna say shout out paraplegics.
Oh, shout out paraplegics too. I really mess with those guys.
You fucks with paraplegics.
I fucks with paraplegics.
We should get a paraplegic. Come on.
Yeah.
That's another thing we need to figure out. We need to figure out who our first guest is going to be. I have a couple people.
Do you think we're big enough for Kanye West? Yeah.
I think so.
Mm.
I think we're big enough that Kanye West could come on and just do a live performance of Donda. I guess not live, but a performance of Donda on the podcast. It'd be live for us.
Yo, that'd be lit. I got like $2.
What?
I got $2.
I'm not paying him.
Oh, for free?
He should be paying us. We're promoting him.
It's true. It's true. For all those watching at home.
Yeah, I just a pair of Yeezys and we're all cold even. And he brings me a pair of 350s. We're cold even.
Well, what do I want? What do I get from them?
What do you mean? What do you get?
What
do you get? You don't get nothing. One shoe's for me, one shoe's for you, but I'm just gonna take both of them. 'Cause what are you gonna do with one size 13 shoe that you can't wear?
I don't know. That'd kind of be lit. What if I become a half paraplegic?
It'll still be the wrong size.
It's fine. I don't really need to walk anyway. Just so my
Right.
drip is hot.
Well,
I could go around with my one leg and be like, "Is the fit hot?"
Is that what you're gonna say? You're gonna say that to people?
Is the fit hot? Hell yeah.
Okay. Seriously though, I want to figure out who the first person we have on is. I have a couple people in mind, and I feel like Jay makes the most sense.
I like Jay.
But I would also really like to get Rich on ASAP, even though I haven't spoken.
I think
to
Rich
him.
would do some stupid stuff with us.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of told you the idea I had to do with Rich. I don't know if you remember. I don't want to say it again right now because I think that'll be a really fun one. But I haven't spoken to Rich about it yet. But Rich and Jay, I think, are the two that I'm eyeing right now to be the first ones.
Yeah, I feel like those would be fun.
Stop.
Hey.
Buddy,
Shut up.
buddy. I think they'll be the most accessible as well out of the people that I'm thinking of immediately. And obviously Jay's already been on here, and I have a specific idea for Richard in mind, which is why I think those are the two at the top of my list.
Yeah, I can't really think of anyone else better to come on right now. I think that he would be pretty fun to talk to. They both got their own experiences with Rich's college experience, and then Jay's just has a lot of stories.
Oh. Actually, you said I don't know how much we can talk about. But man, Garrett would be a fun one too.
Oh my God, Garrett has every story.
Our friend Garrett will be on here at some point, and you'll see him. But he's probably one we'll have to have over for the entire session and do do both episodes with Garrett.
Yeah,
he's that type of guy.
Garrett can talk to you about anything. Like if you just say a random word, Garrett can be like, "Bro, I know a guy that made one of those ones."
We're gonna have to be careful not to go overtime on the Garrett episodes. So that'll be a lot of fun. But my dog's playing tug of war with a rope by himself. Just so you know why you're hearing that in the background. Because I'm not going to be able to edit that out. There's no way. But, yeah, we're going to try and get guests on soon. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit because we're recording every other week, a couple episodes right now. That's the other thing, too. I don't know if I'm ever going to have to work that out with them. I spoke to Jay about it recently when I saw him, but we're going to have to figure that out with them. If we're going to have to try and make another day work, or if we can get them to make a Monday work.
Jay is good with Tuesdays. That's what I know.
Is he? So we can push one off to a Tuesday one session and do that with Jay then. That would be good.
Yeah, Jay with the Tuesday.
Tuesday Jay?
Yeah. Richard Mitchell is known as... Fuck.
Maybe we'll make tacos on that episode.
Tacos?
Taco Tuesday with Jay.
Taco Tuesday with Jay.
Yeah.
I like
and when I say make tacos, I probably mean buy tacos. Because I'm probably not going to get up
Taco
to
Bell?
make tacos just for that. I was thinking Burrito Palace.
Oh, Burrito Palace
which
slaps.
is an awesome...
Damn, you took my sponsor. You took one of them.
Was that really?
That was going to be one of them.
There's an awesome Mexican place by us. Great tacos, great quesadillas, great burritos. It's all good stuff.
Their spicy chicken quesadilla slaps.
It really does. They even make really good chicken tenders. I don't know if you've had their chicken tenders and fries meal. It's awesome, dude. Dude, I love chicken tendies. Chicken tendies are better than chicken nuggets. I don't care what anyone says. You agree? 100% agree. Yeah. Even like down to the fast food level, like the McDonald's tender selects, you got to pay more than you're gonna pay if you're getting nuggets. You can get like a 20-piece nugget for mad cheap. Bro. But dude, the tender select slap.
Popeyes. Oh my god. Sorry, Popeyes.
Popeyes is pretty good. I like Popeyes tenders because you can get the spicy ones too.
I've never had their spicy tenders.
Their spicy chicken in general is really good. I like Popeyes spicy stuff. And the chicken sandwich is really good too. Obviously, this is not the first time we've even spoken about this on this podcast. Me and Jay spoke about it on ours that we did together about Popeyes because we brought up Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. And we both agreed that Popeyes has the better chicken sandwich at least.
Yeah. Oh, right? By far. Yeah.
I think so too. And I love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, don't disrespect Chick-fil-A. You good on any day besides Sunday, but like Popeyes is just like there for me every day. So
honestly, chicken in general I think is the best meat. There's so many ways. Like, it's so versatile, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean best, if you just do, straight piece of chicken thrown on the grill versus, a piece of steak versus a piece of pork, you know what I mean? That's not, but, nuggets are still solid. Even though most of them are probably, a bunch of bullshit that's not really chicken. Tenders are awesome.
Wings?
Dude, wings, the cheapest part of the chicken, right? They do, chicken wing, I guess other than probably, the feet, but the wings are awesome.
Cutlets?
That was going to be next one, chicken cutlets. Like, you can do so much just with chicken breast, even.
Yeah.
It's like
thighs.
I think.
Breast.
Yeah. I think even just a whole dude, getting a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. I think chicken's the best meat by far.
Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for chicken, I'd basically be a vegetarian at this point. I don't really eat much red meat. It's not like
yeah.
It's not like I say stay away from it, but I just usually gravitate towards chicken. I don't eat pork at all, and that's nothing to do with religion or anything. But
I have a hard time with pork.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I don't really like it. Pulled pork is good.
I like pork, but pork is easy. I don't like getting pork a lot of times because it's easy to mess up unless you know a really good barbecue place. Like ribs and pulled pork both. So many times I get it, and then I'll just get this big glob of mouthful of fat, and not the good flavorful fat, like the gristly, gross fat, and I'm it almost kind of ruins the rest of the plate for me.
You don't get that from chicken.
Then I'm like, ugh.
That's exactly why I mostly stay away from that stuff.
Pork is easy to mess up. I like beef a lot, but I can't have it all the time. I can't go eat burgers every day. I feel like I would just feel. I feel like I would feel. You good, LA?
He's like, bro, burgers make me feel the type of way too.
I can't eat burgers every day. I feel like I would just feel gross and sick if I ate burgers every day. And
meat sweats.
Yeah, steak is good, but steak's another one. I can't get it all the time, and I have to get it from a place where I know the steak's good, or I'll cook it myself. But even that, I don't want to do that super often.
I feel like steak is always better when you cook it yourself. It's one of those things that I feel like because you control it, you know how long you want to marinate it, you know what exact flavor you want in there, how much salt.
Yeah, how you want to cook it. Yeah.
I feel like I never get steak when I go out. I know that's probably a hot take because I feel like a lot of people
used to a lot. I went through a phase when I was younger where I would do it everywhere. I straight up got steak at a diner.
Wow.
I went on a month, probably longer than a month. I went on a big kick when I was younger where everywhere we would go, it'd be steak. Steak used to be my Applebee's go-to.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They threw that steak in a microwave. That thing was probably rubbery.
Yeah, it was a microwave New York strip. That was my go-to at Applebee's, and I would get steak everywhere for a while as a kid. And then I stopped doing that. I like making it at home a lot more now.
Yeah, I feel like it's better. I mean, I'm really lazy and can't cook for myself because I'm literally 3 years old on the inside. But I do like it when steak is made at home for me.
Oh wait, stop. Honestly, I think my favorite form of beef is ground beef for tacos. Still, honestly, I think I even prefer that over a steak or a burger because I could probably eat tacos every day.
I'm dropping a hot take right now. I
know what you're gonna say.
I like Taco Bell rather than regular tacos.
That's great.
At a homemade. I don't know if it's just the way my mom made it or something. I just never. It's one of the few because I'm not like that with anything else. Anything else, homemade is always better. It's one of the few times where I'm like, Taco Bell beats out a homemade meal for me.
That's crazy.
Chicken tacos, different. My mom makes great chicken tacos. Beef tacos, I don't know what's up with it.
Does she season the meat herself, or is she buying one of those packets?
I think it's the old El Paso packet.
See, that's wild to me that you got, because that shit's made good.
I don't know. I just don't really like the flavor of, I guess, like a real, genuine taco.
Yeah, that's wild. That's crazy to me, dude. Because I could make tacos every day and be happy if I had to.
I amend that. I don't like my at home because I've had actual like
restaurant
tacos where it's like Spanish style, like it's not like Taco Bell, and I've liked those. I just didn't like the ones at home for whatever reason.
That is weird. I don't know what that. Especially because if you're using the packet, I don't know. That's like what I've used that before plenty of times.
Yeah, the old El Paso. I feel like it's common.
I've used old El Paso and I've used
Ortega,
and I like both of them fine. I don't even know if I have a preference, honestly. I don't know if I could tell you the difference.
I wouldn't be able to.
I don't think I could. I could be wrong. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be able to tell you which one is which, but I honestly, genuinely, I don't even think I'd be able to taste the difference. I feel like it's probably the same shit. Just branding is probably the only difference. It's probably made in the same factory. It's probably probably
they got separate sides, like left and right Twix.
It's probably like the Girl Scout cookies and Keebler. You know, Keebler makes Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah.
That's why there's an equivalent for all of them because they're literally made next to each other in the same factory. So, I think it's the same deal.
That gets me thinking of factory making the same thing for someone else. How do you feel about store brand foods? Like store brand compared to like a real brand, like.
It depends on the food. Because I don't want to say it always doesn't matter, but I would say I'm actually trying to think now because I'm like genuinely have had store brand stuff. I'm like, this sucks compared to like an actual brand, but I'm trying to think which one it is more often. I feel like more often it doesn't matter, but I'm really trying to think hard now. I'm a guy that I'll often grab store brand just because it's a little cheaper for a lot of things, but like it depends what I'm getting, I guess. Like canned veggies, I always grab store brand because to me, there's no difference to me,
What's
and it's
difference?
like 99 cents versus like $2 or whatever. It's like half price almost.
Monte doesn't even go on sale no more.
No,
like
the canned veggies are.
They used to be
really
$1. They used to go 10 for 10.
Yeah,
prices going up in New York. Nothing new.
Sometimes it doesn't have to even do with quality though. Like, hey. Sometimes it doesn't have to do with quality though, because like I'll always go Progresso, like chicken noodle soup in the can, but it's mainly because we don't have the store brand chicken, like of that can size of like that type of soup.
Yeah,
we
you
don't
can only get the smaller
carry it.
version. If we even have that flavor, if you're looking for something other than chicken noodle soup.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like I do grab name brands a lot though. Like I'm trying to think like if I get chips and salsa, I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually grabbing a bag of Tostitos and a jar of Tostitos. I was trying to think what the brand was,
so
but it's
that's
also
interesting to me. I would do probably store brand chips and then probably Tostitos salsa because I feel like the chips don't matter if the salsa is giving it the flavor.
I don't think it has anything to do with quality. I do think it's branding. I think it's more just. That's the other thing. Usually, store brand stuff is very bland. It's like this, at least for our local grocery store. It's just white, usually, or like clear. And so, like, I feel like the Tostitos kind of pops more. So, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get chips, and I just kind of grab the Tostitos without really thinking about it. It's not because I think they're better necessarily. I'm really trying to think of
brand loyalty, maybe.
I don't think so. I'm trying to think though. I guess water. Yeah, water. I'll always go store brand because
I always go store brand water.
I don't know. People that tell me water tastes different are crazy to me. My girlfriend always tells me Dasani sucks, and I'm like, I don't know that that's true. I don't understand how it could. Like, I don't understand how it could taste different.
That one, I do stay away from that, but that's because Dasani's expensive. But I literally don't think I've ever had Dasani in my life, but I know that, like, the pH, like, is, like, off, like...
Well, that's another issue, though, but yeah.
Yeah, the pH for that is, like, water is supposed to be... A pH measures acidity for people that are, like, not chemistry apt, but it's just so, like, if it's acidic. So, the Dasani water... normal water is supposed to be at, like, 7. If you got literally plain water, which no water is going to be at, like, 7, really. It's, like, it's always going to be skewed one way.
Stop. Dude, we're recording a podcast. What's your problem? I tell them about the pH of water.
Okay. It's always skewed one way. And Dasani is one of the ones that's, like, super far off. Like, it's, like... weirdly, like, it's got a lot of different things in it. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. People say, oh, that's bad. It usually means it might have, like, I don't know, some, like, minerals in it instead that are throwing off the pH, stuff like that. Because it's, like, it's just, like, how it is. They add some stuff that's nutritional for you, like calcium sometimes it's thrown in there, magnesium a little bit. Small amounts that change the pH drastically.
Yeah. I don't... Taste-wise, though, I just mean... Because I have heard that. I know people, like, tested the waters or whatever for that. I've heard of that before.
I think Dasani and Aquafina, I would be able to taste the difference because they are so far off.
Again, I don't know.
Everything else.
You think that the pH would actually affect the flavor? Maybe I'm wrong. Because again, I don't think I've ever had either one of them. Because again, it's for me, water's water. I'm just gonna grab what's cheap. I grew up a lot of times just drinking tap water, which apparently is gonna kill me. I don't know. Or it's
lead poisoning.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? It is what it is. So to me, I guess that's part of it too. I'm used to the shittiest quality water you can have, just straight from the tap, unfiltered, which I don't do as much anymore. Just because I always usually have bottles of water in the house anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if there's anything else other than water that I'll go, like, do you go almost everything store brand when you go shopping? For me, it's like water and vegetables off the top of my head.
There's like a few things, like if I'm making baked ziti, I will always go for store brand pasta in that scenario because it's going to be covered in cheese and sauce. The pasta hardly matters, it hardly tastes when you have the cheese and the sauce giving you most of the flavor.
Okay, that's actually a good one. Yes, I often find though that the store brand pasta is not the cheapest because for some reason Barilla and Ronzoni are always on sale. I find
and Prince if you're not from New York.
So honestly, I usually end up getting name brand pasta, but it's because it's the cheapest pasta.
It does happen sometimes.
I would grab store brand pasta.
The store brand here is like 99 cents, and that's the thing is when Ronzoni and Barilla go on sale, they're like 69 cents.
Yes, because I've done that with sauce too. Because when I make sauce, I do an all-day Italian style gravy, meaning I'm cooking from usually around 9 a.m. until like dinner time when I'm gonna have dinner 6 p.m. So that's not ideal sometimes if I want a quick dinner. So I will grab a jar of sauce, which growing up in an Italian family is like sacrilege, but I'll do it because I don't have time to do that anytime I want pasta. And so yeah, I'll usually grab again whatever's cheapest, which sometimes it still ends up being like the ragu or something on sale.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I've never tasted a huge difference in jarred sauce. Like my homemade sauce and most other people's homemade sauce blows away jarred sauce.
Yeah.
But I've never between the jarred sauces. They're all the same. If you're getting the same flavors, I guess you could.
Yeah, they're all gonna. They're mostly. It's just gonna be slight differences in seasoning. Yeah.
And when I make my sauce, honestly, and this is another thing people will say that makes a difference, and I don't believe them. Maybe because again, we're already talking canned. Obviously, vine ripe tomatoes makes a difference. But like, if you're talking canned tomatoes, I'm sorry, your Tutti Russo is not better than me getting the store brand. I don't believe you when I get my cans of tomatoes. I just that's ridiculous to me. But I have heard people try and argue that. And I'm like, look, if you're going to argue with me that straight off the vine basil, straight off the plant stalk, I don't really know what you would call it. The basil comes on, but the stem, stem. A little basil plant and fresh vine tomatoes, yeah, that's going to be better. But if you're looking at a store brand versus a Tutti Russo versus the Sam, I can't remember what that one's called, the yellow one. But either way, I think in my mind those are all... I
was thinking Hunt's.
Hunts, yeah. In my mind, all those are going to be the same. So yeah, so my ingredients oftentimes I'll go store brand. That's another one actually. But I do have my. Oh wait, you're right next to the microphone. You can't do it there. If you're gonna do it, it has to be anywhere but where you are right now.
He had to interject. He's like, bro, I fuck with tomatoes.
You were so good last time. Like you are the opposite of what you were last time we recorded, and I don't know why. Dude, are you biting? What are you doing? Are you licking the fucking tripod?
He said, I don't know. I want to figure out if it tasted good.
He's like, you moved my whole room around and I'm not cool with it.
Nope.
God damn it. I don't know what I was going to say.
You were talking about, like, the ingredients
store brands
for
and
the
ingredients
tomato sauce.
And, I do have my brands that I'm always going to go to. Like, I'm a big, I'm giving away a lot of things I could use at the end. It's in the closet right now, but I'm a big Cholula hot sauce guy. Because for me, that's one of the things that makes a big difference. I've had a lot of different hot sauces. And to me, Cholula is by far the best. I love Cholula. I have both in my closet right now. The original and the roasted garlic.
Oh, roasted garlic is good.
And it's really good. I'll use I don't know if it's called it's garlic and salt or whatever, but I'll use that one on like pizza and stuff. And I'll use the original on like tacos and stuff. And I'll use them both on anything really though. So I always go for Cholula. I
just think of the time where after our first fantasy football punishment ever, I gave him the ghost pepper hot sauce, and he used it till it was done, and then he found out afterwards that it was not meant for consuming. It was just, It was meant literally for the joke of making someone drink it. It was not meant for, it was edible. But.
I asked him what it was, and he's found or whatever, and we found it, and it literally said it was like, I forgot what it said on it, but it was like, it basically said that it's meant for like, try this really hot shit, and that same company literally sold like a one that was meant to be used normally. I can't do that anymore.
No.
I still like it a lot, but as I've gotten a little bit older, my stomach can't handle it. If I eat something that spicy, like I love the flavor, I love the taste, but it's like a bomb in my gut, dude. It really fucks me up now. I have to be careful. I have to be more careful, because like I'll feel like sick the next day. Sometimes even like an hour later, I'll feel sick if like that level.
Since my punishment, I've stayed away from really spicy foods.
Well, it's probably like a PTSD thing.
Yeah, I already stayed away from like super spicy foods because that's why I got the punishment. The punishment I'm referencing, I just had a bunch of like really, really hot stuff like Carolina Reaper powder and then like stuff like that.
Yeah, Austin came in last in our fantasy league, so he retconned in a malic acid shot for no reason to start it off, which was not part of it. Then it was supposed to be a spice gauntlet, but I also know he hates pickles. So I got these things called sour pickle balls. It was like candy.
And super taster, by the way.
Yeah, for most people it probably would have been fine. But I know he in particular hated it. So he had that. Then was Toe of Satan next?
I think we started off with the Toe of Satan.
Toe of Satan, which is the world's hottest lollipop, and he had it holding in his mouth. I think we did for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I can't remember which one. Then he did the world's hottest gummy bear. Then the world's hottest chocolate bar. And then I baked, and I made sure I baked it, not grilled, so that the juice would soak in.
It tastes like white people.
Chicken that I coated in, I don't know where that is either. I have it somewhere. I coated in straight up Carolina Reaper powder. It wasn't like a mix or anything. It was just straight up crushed up Carolina Reapers. And I coated it really good. And yeah, his first 2 complaints was that I didn't season it for him outside of the queue. So it's so bland, like as if it was supposed to be like a nice meal for him. And then he goes, "I'm not even hungry."
I had already gone through the pain.
I know, you were like making complaints as if you were sitting down though, like at a 5-star restaurant. Like,
could you please tell the chef to season this more?
Yeah,
please?
yeah. Like, there's no salt on this. Like, what are you talking about? It was supposed to be a punishment. So that was good. Our fantasy punishments are always fun. This year I did. I should probably stuck on the table. This year I did hot ones with the guy that came in last, and that was a lot of fun. That came out really good. And I have a couple ideas for next season. But the fantasy punishments are always fun for me. I get to cause some pain on one of my buddies. Which, again, we like to do a lot. That's why we're doing
it. Yeah, we're all stupid.
That's why we're doing a punishment for predicting the NFL games. Because we like doing shit like that for no reason.
At least we're recording it this time.
Yeah, it makes it better because we can show people. A lot of the past ones, we just have the stories, and we know what happened, but that's it.
Yep.
Like we talked about on the previous episodes, just you, me, and Sean, our buddy Sean, doing stuff.
Yeah, other than the Fantasy League ones, they're all just gone. Anytime we did something stupid with Sean, it's gone.
Yeah, we have the Fantasy League ones that we can send to people. Because I think those are both private.
Oh, they're private?
I know at least Vinny's one is. It's private in the sense that you need a link to watch it.
Oh, really?
I think yours is now too, because yours, I didn't tell you actually, yours got copyright claimed. Because Garrett put in the Jackass music at the beginning.
Oh.
And I think the Star Wars music, I can't remember the end, but he used end music too.
He did. He put the Star Wars.
Yeah, both of them got copyright claimed. I noticed when I was uploading yours, I was like, that's mad funny.
That's tough.
Like, it doesn't matter, because it's not like it got taken down. Copyright just means we can't make money off of it, which we weren't going to anyway. Because especially the requirements for YouTube to monetize stuff, that channel is literally only for fantasy punishments. It would never, ever hit that. It was a funny tidbit. I didn't use any music in Vinny's. Vinny's probably would have been fine, but I just made it private just because I know Vinny. Part of it is that like now that we're getting older, a lot of us have like real jobs and real lives to think about. Because that was a request of his, was he's like, not to put his full name in the title or description. And I was like, dude, it's going to be a private video anyway, and I'm not going to use your last name anyway. But that's kind of how I look at it, too. I honestly, that's the other bad thing. I think about that with our punishments now. It's like, I kind of have to remember that, like, I have to kind of remember to control myself a little bit, because we do all have, like, real things to worry about in some capacity.
If Jackass could make a comeback in 2021, we could do a little something stupid now.
Right, but we're not. You have to remember, they made.
I am the stupidest in the group, probably.
They made their money doing that.
It's true.
I don't know if I'd say you're the stupidest. I'd say you're the easiest to convince. You're the most.
I do the stupidest stuff.
Yeah, because you're the most down.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
A lot of it, I don't view it's a punishment, but I view this as fun.
It is
in
fun.
A masochistic way. Masochistic.
I don't think you've ever told me no to anything, except that second shot of Malort.
No. Yo, we'll throw that on the table.
That tells you how bad that shit is. That's the only goddamn thing that he's ever said no to was more shots of that. Which, by the way,
I think I would do a shot of that over the toe of Satan, though.
Yeah, because it's not that bad.
No.
Because what I would like to do, so maybe we don't promote this video to our friends as much. I think it'd be so much fun anytime we have a guest for the first time, if they're not someone we've already subjected to it, see if they'll take a shot of Malort at the start of the episode.
Yo,
I think that'd be an awesome bit.
Yeah, I'm sure Jay has forgotten by now.
I think he has. I'm pretty sure Jay has.
Because he wouldn't expect it for you to have it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I just have liquor sitting on my desk. And I think Rich would too. I think that'd be a really good bit to do with guests for the first time.
I think Rich would do it just because. I think Rich would do it if we told him.
That's true. We can probably straight up tell Rich it's awful he would do it. We're not going to be able to get Sean with it.
No.
I don't think he would do it again.
Couldn't get Nick. Nick knows.
Oh, Nick would. There's no way Nick will do it again. When he comes on, because again, I'm definitely saying Will, because 100% these are people Will
oh,
be
yeah.
on. Nick's going to be a problem. We're going to have to reframe it. Nick is 6'8".
Yeah,
so
I'm a short king.
I don't know how big our frame is.
I am a short king.
Yeah, that's short though. Your average height for a male, right? You're 5'10", right?
Like 5'9".
Okay,
enough.
so yeah. I feel it is weird. I feel like height is a really skewed thing for some reason. I feel like people do feel like, not everyone obviously, but there are people that I feel like would be like, oh yeah, you're short to you, and it's like, but you're not. You know what I mean? Like, you're really not short. I've seen some short people. Dude, I went to the Subway Series game on 9/11 with a group of our friends. Dude, we saw a midget at the game. Just throwing it out there. I was excited. Is that bad? Should I have you saying that on camera? It's fun for me. Elway. Oh shit! All right. Genuine. Are you not supposed to? Is that not the term anymore? Actually.
Midget.
I feel like I remember that being a thing.
Probably
Yes,
not.
don't say it again. I don't remember that being. I think I remember that being a thing. Actually, I think I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to call them.
Oh, I don't know what's the term. Is there like a? I was gonna say medical term, but that's not the right word. Like a Are you look goofy? Wow.
The M word.
The M word. Wait, what? M word? Why we gotta do that? Well, I don't like that. I don't like. Why? That makes it worse in my mind. Don't call it the M word. Don't do
5
that.
things you should never say or do to a little person.
Dwarf? Wait.
No. Like this is.
Because dwarf seems worse to me.
This is a literally Washington College evaluating how the terms are. Like, should you say dwarf? Should you say little person? And
Can you open that? And I want to know what it says though about dwarf. Because there's no way you should. Dwarf is better than midget. And I'm sorry if I'm saying something offend. I just. Oh, it's called dwarfism, the medical term.
Yeah,
I did know that, but
maybe dwarf isn't that bad.
my thing though is that might
I
not
think
be.
they like being called little people. The Little People of America website is down. Sorry.
Little people make sense to me. Dwarf, see, I feel like dwarf is the worst one. And that would still make sense because I don't know if you know now, obviously, you're on social media stuff. The term retard or retarded has been pushed out because of the way it's been used. But the medical term is mental retardation, no?
Yeah.
So it's still the same thing as like saying dwarfism is dwarf in my mind. So it would make sense to me if dwarf was still not right. Honestly, in my mind, dwarf would be the most offensive.
Yeah. When people get mad...
Would you think that? How would you, if like legitimately, if you were...
If I was small,
if you
when
were
I was called a
person,
midget or a dwarf...
I
don't know.
Dwarf to me, because dwarf to me...
I don't know. Dwarf to me is powerful.
Really, dwarf to me... Well, okay, we're on the same page, but I guess different opinions on it. Because dwarf, if you call me a dwarf, I feel it's like a mythical creature. Like,
yeah.
I feel like you're calling me like I don't know the show, so I don't know his character's name. And I can't remember the actor's name either now, but I feel like you're calling me the guy from Game of Thrones. I can't remember the actor's name.
Peter
Dinklage, yeah, he was an elf, and I feel like you're calling me his character in Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Like, and that to me is more offensive than being called a midget.
Yeah.
I would want to be called a midget.
From Dungeons and Dragons, like, dwarf is like a class. So it's like, I think of a dwarf as like, I don't know, some like cool character that usually goes on quests.
Cool?
Yeah, dwarfs are pretty cool. And Munchkin dwarfs are pretty cool. They let you hold an extra card. I can't think of anything good for midget though. Like,
maybe I'm wrong then. In my mind, I wouldn't want to be called a dwarf. Is how I'm thinking of it. Dwarf
I don't think I'd like to be called either, but I wouldn't want to be called a little person either. I would just like to be called. I would
want to be called a midget. What? I would. Not like regularly, like, and I wouldn't do that either. I wouldn't be, oh, what's up, midget? Because that doesn't make sense. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? If you know what I mean? While we're on this thread of getting ourselves in trouble, here's a question from burning me up, and you're gonna laugh. I am dead serious, right?
Okay.
Okay, 100% serious. I swear to God, I've thought about this a lot.
Okay.
Okay, in other countries, right?
Yes.
What's the proper term to call a black person? And wait, because here it's African American.
Mm-hmm.
But a black person in Canada is not an African American. Like, do they call themselves African Canadians? I'm not making this up. This is not a bit. Oh wait, stop. This is not a bit. I genuinely want to know. Like, do they want, like, is it African Canadian a term? Or African African British? African Britain? I don't really know what you call a singular British person. But, like, no, seriously, I've genuinely thought about this a lot.
They probably just call themselves black. People call it...
But... Oh, wait. Dude. No.
I feel like this could be, like...
Because...
a question for Google. I feel like Google would help.
I feel like it would, but I don't... These are the type of things I'm thinking of at, like, 3 a.m. You know what I mean? At work. And I'm like, I'm not Googling this right now. But I genuinely wonder that, because, again, you know... African Americans become so... It's, like, so, like, ingrained...
I really like African Canadian, though. I kind of hope they do that there.
Well, because that's... I've wondered that.
Yeah, because you're not American if you're not from...
Yeah. And then, I swear to God, I'm not doing a bit. In Africa.
Maybe it's referring to the continent, though. So anyone from Canada or Mexico could be... and anything south that's black could be known as an African American.
Oh, North America. Okay.
And South America.
But it's still...
I don't know what you do for Australia and Europe.
And Europe, so that still stands. In African German, but like, so and then like in Africa, like, would you be like?
Well, in Africa,
are you a Caucasian African? No, now my brain can't think of the equivalent. Hold on, African American,
Caucasian.
No,
African.
It would be English African, because they would have come from England. Like, are you an English African? Is that like, are these terms? I assume not, because that seems ridiculous. But like, are we the only country that really? And again, that makes sense. Like, you make a really good point. Actually, the whole I didn't even think about it, the whole continent of the Americas.
Yeah, the both.
So I hadn't considered that.
Can still be African American.
Like in Europe, is there like a proper term?
I don't know. I feel like we're gonna find out.
There's a lot of. The English language is scary the way it works and changes. Because I also only recently discovered that the term colored was used as like a slur.
Oh yeah, colored's no good.
I didn't know. I mean, I've never used it.
People are more afraid of calling a black person black than, like, they're more willing to call someone colored than black.
I didn't know, and it's like, it never mattered because to me, that's such a ridiculous phrase to use. You know what I mean? Like, I've never used it just because it sounds weird. Like, why would you, like, why? I mean, my mind's like, why? But I didn't realize that was like, you know what I mean? In my mind, I actually kind of thought that was like a more proper term, believe it or not. Which I'm sure a lot of people are like, and that's probably why I had no clue. Are you looking it up?
They're called Black Europeans of African ancestry, and here it says Black people. But that's Wikipedia, so Wikipedia's not always...
True. But Black Europeans of African ancestry is a mouthful.
Black Europeans. I guess they're just called Black.
So it's Black then.
So Black,
okay.
Yeah. Black, we're right there. So.
Alright. I just wasn't sure. Because I genuinely thought about that. I was like, man, an African American is not an African American if they live in England. Like, I genuinely had that thought, and it blew my... it blew my mind. Genuinely. I was like, whoa.
I never really thought of it.
And
It's really funny.
Stone sober. I was at work. I don't remember what prompted it. I think it was, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about the colored thing, and that's what I would start thinking about it. Because I started... Man. Last 10 minutes,
How racist can we get?
I don't think we said anything
No, we
racist.
didn't say anything racist yet, but I'm... Not yet. I'm ready. Let's go. 5 minutes. How racist can I get? Starting... now. Yeah, I just think they deserve to get paid less.
Alright, that's time. What a 5 minutes. Oh, God. Do we not tell Jay about this episode? Alright, so now that bit's done, which I think I'd like to reiterate that was a bit and of editing with no actual racism happened at this table, I promise.
Not for 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
No.
Okay, no, for real, there was no racism.
We are contractually obligated to inform you that no racism happened at this table. It is interesting to me because I feel like, and I could be saying this speaking out of my ass, I do feel like that outside of countries of like black descent, like Africa and those countries, that America probably has the highest density of African Americans. But I don't know if I'm just making that up or not. Like, if you compare it to like England, Germany, Italy, like when you've been to Italy, like did you see like black people when you were in Italy, or was it scarce?
They're super racist there. I had this conversation.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
I had this conversation relatively recently.
That makes sense to me, though, but I want to hear your reason. Now that you're saying it does make sense to me, though, because a big problem in Italy is actually, like, a lot of other Italians will be very racist towards even just Sicilians.
Yeah. They're like, very, very local about everything. Yeah.
But why? What did you, you actually...
No, I just had a conversation about that. Yeah, it's like Italy, just has has one of the smallest populations of black people, just for a country, just in general. And it's mostly because of a lot of racism. And I mean, you kind of look at... I have no idea where it really stems from, but they're like the only European country to actually lose to an African country, in a battle fight. Maybe they probably pushed racism with maybe propaganda, we lost these guys so they're bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't
trying to invade them.
I wouldn't have guessed that, but it does make sense.
I'm not saying that's the reason.
I just mean in general that it's that there's a lot there, and not to lump people in. I'm sure most. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't say I'm sure, but not speaking about every Italian in Italy, obviously, but.
They're not all racist.
No.
Only 98%.
Oh, God. I do though. I feel like, again, talking out of my ass with no actual... I guess it's another thing we could look up. I feel like America probably is... I feel like in general we're probably the most blended country.
Britain's got a good amount. Haiti is technically not African, and Haiti's got a good amount. Oh, wait. I'm an idiot. Haiti's its own thing.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. Don't listen to me for political commentary, because I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I was more interested statistically. Because, I've never been off the east coast of America, let alone to other countries. So, I do wonder that, when you go to other countries, are you seeing European countries primarily? Obviously, even Canada, I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been to most of these places.
The only one that I know has a
curious
solid amount is the UK. Like, the UK
Mm-hmm.
just has a good amount. And that's because they, like, started the slave trade.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother issue.
Yeah. It's United States and Britain were, like, the worst for that. They started the slave trade.
I would say Africa is pretty culpable in that as well, considering they sold us the slaves. Disgustingly. It was all very disgusting. This became middle school history now.
Hell yeah.
But, no, I've wondered about that. Like, if I went to other countries, what it would be like walking there. Because, like... Oh, wait! Hey! No! Dude, come, please? Hey! Come on!
You can't spell silent without listen. And listen here, bub.
Oh, wait, stop.
Hi, buddy. Yes. Hello.
But yeah, I do wonder. I guess we're honing in on black, but I guess I was trying to think of like countries having like that mix of people in general. Because like where we are, down around us, we have like a very heavy Hispanic population. I hope that's an okay. I think
Hispanic's okay.
I think it is. I would say we have, at least where we are, we have more of a Hispanic population than we do black people here, is my thought.
Yeah.
Again, definitely in our town. Or
Yeah.
Tri-town area, if you want to call it that.
The area.
Yeah. But I do wonder about it. Like, especially going to like New York City and stuff. You know what I mean? And obviously, I guess I'm even a little bit nearsighted just thinking of New York, because I guess if we went to Utah, we're going to see almost exclusively white people, I would guess.
White Mormon
Other
folk.
than the Jazz. I would think if we don't run into the Jazz, we're going to be seeing almost an entirely white population.
Yeah, isn't that why, like, that's like one of the most racist stadiums I heard, too.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah. So, I guess that's part of it, too, because we do also live in New York.
Yeah, New York is very
pot.
Diverse. New York, California.
So maybe that's why. Maybe I'm just skewed in general, because I'm not well-traveled at all. And yeah, California is very heavily Hispanic area as well in a lot of the areas.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of places are like that. You go into different areas, a lot of the especially in New York, the redlining and everything back in the, I don't want to say a year because I'm not that good at history.
California, Florida, all these. I think it's opposite for everyone else. New York,
Florida,
California.
Down to like Miami
Florida?
and stuff, yeah. I feel like everything we've said in this podcast is not okay.
Racism.
And I wouldn't call it racism.
Discriminate.
It's ignorance at worst.
Discriminatory. Discrimination.
It's ignorant at worst, because we're not saying anything with malice.
Not yet.
Alright, go.
But yeah, they really should not be able to drive.
Yeah, it's time. Okay. Disagree with the statements that were just made, but they are what they are. And we'll move on. What are we looking at on our timer right now?
We're looking at about 56 minutes, approximately.
Alright, there's going to be some heavy editing in this video because of Elway. I'm talking about you, he's looking at me.
And there's obviously like 15 minutes of racism. I need to come
Yeah, so... what is there anything you want to talk about today? I would say we could probably go another 10 minutes.
Like shout out or just anything else I want to talk about?
No, true. So we want to do our outro. So let's say another 5 minutes. Something else you want to talk about? Anything you were might be quick?
Oof. Not right off the noggin. How about you?
I don't have much right now. We could call it a shorter episode and start the outro. If you're good for the day.
I'm not. Nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
All right. So, thank you so much for watching. This may be a bit of a shorter episode. We're still figuring out the format. We're still figuring out the set. I think you're going to see often this set change and hopefully get better each time it changes and updated. Eventually, I would like to have a backdrop, but we're working with limited space. I kind of underestimated how tight it was going to be doing this caddy corner this time. We might move back to how we did it in previous episodes you've seen. We're figuring it out, but hopefully whoever's watching this, I'm sure mostly people that already know us, enjoying the content. I apologize for at least 10 minutes of this podcast. Austin, is there anything you want to plug today? Anything you got going on? Anything you're doing?
Bro, I feel like slushies are underrated. Specifically, Slurpees, but not everyone has 7-Eleven. I know it's like, once you leave New York, it's like more about Sheetz, Maverick, Speedway. I'm forgetting one of my favorite ones. Damn.
I don't know most of what you just said.
Damn. Oh no, Wawa. There we go. Wawa.
Dude, shout out Wawa.
Shout out
unrelated to what he's plugging right now.
But I just wanted to plug Slurpees today because I'm thinking about a Slurpee right now and it sounds like it slaps. And I feel like not enough people enjoy slushies just as a whole. They're so cheap. They're so good. I might get one when I go home. You want to plug anything?
Yeah, I want to plug, contrary to you. Fuck sugar. Shout out water. Don't get diabetes and die. Don't rot your teeth.
Bro, but I want to die.
Slushies. Thanks for watching Podcast Untitled. We'll see you soon.
Bro, what even is the pH of that? You heard him sneeze?
Probably.
I saw the little blip.
Oh no.
The little blip by itself is him sneezing. He went, Ashno.